first started working together, you told me that pull back on an animal that you're actually going to shoot, not one that you're not going to shoot. That doesn't count.
Mhm.
And if you don't feel good about it, let it down. If you can do that, you're in control of your shot. If you cannot do that, you are not in control of your shot. And I remember the first time I was able to do that. It was on an antelope in Montana, and I let down, and then I got it back up, and I still missed the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I actually made a good shot.
But you shot a controlled arrow, right?
I did.
Yeah.
And I always think about that tip in business too, because I'm in the last 15 years, I've been in a lot of high pressure business situations where, again, you feel your body wants the situation to end. Your mind wants your mind knows that no matter what decision you make, there's going to be people pissed at you and people happy with you. So I would equate that to an explosion, right?
Sure.
You know, there's going to be carnage and explosion.
Yeah.
And the faster you can get it over with, the easier it seems. But sometimes you have to draw those processes out and keep stretching through that clicker, even though you want to let it go. And then boom.
It's like pulling the Band-Aid off slowly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But when you do that, you make better decisions. And so I would assume that it's no different in shooting under pressure. Even though every urge in your body wants to let that arrow go or pull the trigger or whatever, you're usually better just continuing to breathe and go through your process until it goes off the way that you've practiced it. Otherwise, you might still get them. I mean, you and I have both done that, right?
Yeah.
But it won't feel good, and you'll know deep down in your heart that you did not do that right. And you might even have felt better if you'd have let down, even though you still got it.
It's amazing that it's all based on basically a moment. Just a moment. 1 second of time to change your life, right? Like if I can get somebody to at least draw back and aim, okay, that part's done. And then get them to say, here I go. It's a decision to increase their presence, but it takes 1 second to say. And if you can get yourself through that one critical second, it's amazing how present you will be for the rest of the task. So, like, you think about many of the shots that you've made, many of the shots that I've made, everybody has made a shot that they consider was rushed, right? Or maybe a decision that was rushed. If they would have just stopped for a moment, created pause, and filled that pause with a decision, right? Like, think about a new hunter. Like, I remember the first deer I ever shot at. The deer is walking up the hill. My brother is to my right. He has a scoped rifle. I've got the magical 30-30 that's got a peep sight on it, right? The peep sight had a gold ring around the aperture in the rear, gold bead on the front. I remember my brother yelling, "Spike!" So as soon as he yells that, that's the green light, right? So I'm 11 years old. I raised that rifle. I got the deer inside the magic ring. I don't know where my front sight was. I got it inside the magic gold ring of the peep sight in the back, and I started shooting and working that lever. And I guarantee you I shot 0 rounds within 10 feet of that deer. That deer walked away unscathed by both me and my brother because I did not aim first and then create pause and fill that pause with a decision. If you could get somebody to just aim first, figure out the target and what are they aiming at, and this can be in anything in life. Figure out what you're aiming at and then pause. Think about it for a moment. Fill that pause with a decision. What we do in shooting, we fill it with, here I go. And that pause and that decision will increase your presence so that you can remember what you need to do in the rest of that task.